So in our previous lesson, we discussed about plant tissues. So today we'll be discussing about animal tissues. So what exactly is a tissue, children? Tissue is anything which is a group of cells. Say some group of cells are having similar structure. They all are having same shape, and they all together are performing a combined function. Then that group is called as a tissue. Okay, so tissue is a group of cells having similar structure and performing a common function. Say in case of multicellular organisms, right? So multicellular organisms, they're generally made up of millions of cells. Say, for example, multicellular organisms include plants, animals, etc. We all are made up of millions of cells. So, in these manalo ఉన్న millions of cells anni, they all do not perform a single function. They perform different functions. Groups of cells will perform one function. Say, for example, in human body we will see. Okay, in multicellular organisms like humans, there are some group of cells called epithelial cells. Now these cells together as a group, what they are doing, they are covering the surfaces of the body, or they are lining the internal organs, and they are together they're performing one job. What is that job? They are offering protection. Understood? So such group of cells which are performing a common function called protection is called as an epithelial tissue. Understood? So a group of cells which perform generally a common function, which performs a specific common function, is called as a tissue. So in case of animals, how many such tissues are there? There are 4 different basic type of tissues. And on what basis in animals tissues are divided? They are divided on the basis of their functions, what function they will do. And they are also divided on the basis of intercellular material. Intercellular material ante substance between cells. Okay, say for example, we saw a house building. ఈ house ఎలా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది? మెనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బ్రిక్స్, దే ఆర్ సిమెంటెడ్. సిమెంట్ అనేది జాయిన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది దీస్ సెల్స్ని. ఓకే, దిస్ బ్రిక్స్. So what is the material present in between the bricks? Cement. In the same way, the material present between the cells is called as intercellular material. So based on intercellular material and based on the functions of these tissues, we are having 4 different types of tissues. What are they? They are epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, and connective tissue. So first we'll talk about the epithelial tissues. So epithelial tissues are generally continuous layer of cells. So like this, they'll be continuous layer of cells and they'll not have any space between them. Okay, they are continuously arranged. So based on this intercellular matrix, tissues అనేవి డివైడ్ అయ్యాయని చెప్పాను. సో ఎపిథీలియల్ టిష్యూస్లో ఇంటర్సెల్యులర్ సబ్స్టెన్స్ ఎలా ఉంది? ఈజ్ దెర్ ఎనీ సబ్స్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ సెల్ టు సెల్? నో, cells are tightly packed. So in epithelial tissues, they are continuous layer of cells like this, and they are closely packed and they do not have any intercellular space or substance. Okay, and where they are seen, at location entamma, and the outer surface of the body, they will be covering the surfaces. See for example, in the skin, outer layer is epidermis, which is a type of epithelial tissue. So these epithelial tissues, they are either present on the outer surfaces of the body by covering them, or else internal organs, మన లోపల బాడీ లోపల ఉన్న ఆర్గన్స్ లోపల లైనింగ్ కూడా ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి. ఓకే, అంటే ఇంటర్నల్ సైడ్లో ఇప్పుడు స్టమక్కి లైనింగ్ ఎపిథీలియల్ టిష్యూస్ ఉంటాయి, ఇంటెస్టైన్ లైనింగ్లో ఎపిథీలియల్ టిష్యూస్ ఉంటాయి. సో లైనింగ్ మీన్స్ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, సో ఇంటర్నల్ సర్ఫేసెస్ని కూడా లైనింగ్గా కూడా ఎపిథీలియల్ టిష్యూస్ మనం చూస్తాం. సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ స్టమక్, ఇంటెస్టైన్స్, థ్రోట్ ఎక్సెట్రా. Okay, so epithelial tissues are continuous layers of cells. They cover the outer surfaces and line the internal organs. They are closely packed. There is no intercellular space or substances in between them. Now, on the basis of the shape, the epithelial tissues are further divided into three basic types. The first basic type is a squamous epithelium. So squamous epithelium shape ఎలా ఉంటుందమ్మా, దే ఆర్ జనరల్లీ ఫ్లాట్. ఓకే, అదే మనం సర్ఫేస్ అంటే టాప్ నుంచి చూస్తే దే ఇదర్ అపియర్ హెక్సగోనల్ ఆర్ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్. అండర్స్టూడ్? టాప్ వ్యూ నుంచి మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే కనుక దే ఇదర్ అపియర్ హెక్సగోనల్ ఆర్ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్. లైక్ హెక్సగోనల్ అంటే 6 సైడ్స్ ఉన్నట్టు కనిపిస్తుంది ఇలా. ఓకే, సమ్ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్గా కూడా ఉంటాయి కొన్ని. Coming to the next one, columnar epithelial columns. These cells appear like columns like this. And last one is cuboidal, cube-shaped cells anamata. Cuboidal epithelium generally has a cube-shaped cells like this. Okay, ila kanipistayi. Like this, cube-shaped cells are seen in case of cuboidal epithelium. Right, children? Now we'll discuss about each of the epithelium in detail. First, coming to squamous epithelium, cells are either generally flat. ఇవి ఎప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంటాయంటే ఫిల్ట్రేషన్ పర్పస్కి యూజ్ అవుతాయి. ఓకే, దే ఆఫర్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. Coming to the shape, we have already discussed about the shape. From top view, they appear hexagonal or irregular. Cells are generally flat. Where they are seen, this squamous epithelium are generally seen in the inner walls of blood vessels linings loni, lungs lining loni, heart chamber lining loni manki ee squamous epithelial cells kanipistayi. Apart from that, they are also seen in the esophagus. Stomach పైనున్న ఫుడ్ పైప్ని మనం ఈసోఫేగస్ అంటాం. The food pipe connects the throat with the stomach. Okay, food pipe is called esophagus. So the inner lining of esophagus, inner lining of the blood vessels, right, and the inner lining of lungs, heart, everything contains squamous epithelium cells. Why they are called as a squamous? Squamous means it means like scaly like. General think about a snake or think about a fish. How they'll be having their scales, ma? In case of fish, you'll have scales like this, right? So in the same way, the squamous epithelium will be there, right? So scaly like epithelium, therefore it is called as squamous epithelium. Main use of squamous epithelium is it will filter anything that passes through it. Say for example, this is my hand. So on this we'll have the epidermis. Okay, see here we have the epidermis. Generally, whenever you're bathing or something, whenever you rub this, right, sometimes you will see some dust and dirt particles. They're actually dead epithelial cells also will be there in that dirt. In our skin, on our skin we have layer of epidermis. Here the squamous epithelium will not be in single layer, it will be in many layers. Okay, the top layers keep on dying and the new layers will be generated from the bottom. Understood? Say for example, స్కిన్ లో వచ్చేసి స్కిన్ పైన స్క్వామస్ ఎపిథీలియం అనేది ఇలా మెనీ లేయర్డ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, టాప్ లేయర్స్ జనరల్గా ఏంటంటే మనం రబ్ చేసినప్పుడు బాత్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ టాప్ లేయర్స్ అన్నీ ఎరోడ్ అయిపోవచ్చు. న్యూ లేయర్స్ కీప్ ఆన్ అరైజింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద డౌన్వర్డ్ డైరెక్షన్. అండర్స్టూడ్? సో స్కిన్లో ఎపిడర్మిస్ ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే మల్టీ లేయర్డ్గా ఉంటుంది. దాని ఫంక్షన్ ఏంటి? స్కిన్లో ఉన్న why it should be covering our skin, madam, అంటే its function is to prevent the entry of germs. Okay, it secretes some substances which prevents the entry of germs, dust and dirt into our body. Understood? The same way in the lining of the heart, lungs and blood vessels also it will prevent the dust and dirt. Mucus secretions అనేవి చేస్తాయి. So main function of the squamous epithelium is filtration, right? Next, coming to the columnar epithelium, cells are generally taller, length is more than width. Say for example, this is a single cell, this cell's length is more, right? When compared to width is very less. So length is more than width here, right children? So that's why they appear like columns when, and they are placed side by side. Nucleus, where is the nucleus present here? Nucleus is present towards the base. Okay, downwards it will be there. And where they are found? They found generally in the lining of the stomach, they are found in the intestine lining, and they are found in the pharynx also. For you, whoever who does not know what is pharynx, pharynx will be right after your buccal cavity. మీ mouth లో ఉన్న opening ఉంది కదా, mouth opening is called buccal cavity. Behind it you will have the pharynx. Atlane same, your nostrils also are connected with pharynx like this. So pharynx is the tube like structure behind your mouth and nose. Okay, so even in the pharynx lining, intestines lining, stomach lining, you will find the columnar epithelial cells. In digestive system, if you remember, there will be type of cells called ciliated columnar villi. These are a type of ciliated columnar epithelial cells which have some cilia like structures. What they'll do, they will absorb nutrients from the food. Okay, columnar epithelium generally has absorptive function also. ఇవేం చేస్తాయంటే మన డైజెస్టివ్ సిస్టంలో ఇంటెస్టైన్లో వచ్చిన డైజెస్టెడ్ ఫుడ్ని అబ్జార్బ్ చేసుకుంటాయి. ఓకే, సో దే హ్యావ్ అబ్జార్ప్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్. న్యూక్లియస్ ఇస్ present towards the base. They are not only present in the intestines, they are also present as lining in the stomach, they are present in pharynx also. Okay, next coming to cuboidal epithelium, cells are cube shape. ఈ క్యూబ్ షేప్లో ఉన్న సెల్స్ ఏంటంటే లెంత్ అండ్ విడ్త్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ దిల్ బీ ఈక్వల్. సో సారీ, ఐ drawn a cuboidal shape here. So cells are generally cube shape like this. Okay, they appear like this when you see them. Okay, length అనేది హైట్కి ఈక్వల్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి హైట్ అండ్ లెంత్ అండ్ విడ్త్ ఆర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఈక్వల్. సో దే అపియర్ లైక్ స్క్వేర్స్ అనమాట. They generally have nucleus at the center. Okay, and where they are found? They found in the thyroid glands, kidney tubules. Okay, tiny tubes are called as tubules. So kidney lo ఉన్న tubules lo కనిపిస్తుంది, in the thyroid gland lining, in the salivary glands lining, in the pancreas lining, in the liver lining, you will see the cuboidal epithelium. So cuboidal epithelium function generally will be excretory function. Okay, in case of kidney tubules, it will excrete the waste from our body. In case of salivary glands, they will release secretive function kuda untundi. Salivary glands lo they secrete the saliva, they secrete some enzymes or chemical substances helpful for digestion. Okay, like that. So cuboidal epithelium generally has excretory function and secretive function also. Okay, we'll see the functions of epithelial tissue as a whole. Now what we know that there are three types of epithelial cells. Okay, they are squamous, columnar, then cuboidal, right? So squamous epithelium, you saw that cells are flat, irregular or hexagonal. Generally they are seen in the stomach, heart, blood vessels lining, and you'll also see them in the on the skin and the as multi-layered epidermis. Main function is filtration. Later you saw about columnar epithelium, where cells are generally tall, pillar-like or column-like. Nucleus is present towards the base. Generally you'll see them in the intestine, you'll see them also in the stomach. Then you saw the cuboidal epithelium, where it will be cube-shaped cells. They're seen in thyroid gland, salivary gland, then in kidney tubules, right? Pharynx, etc. Okay, cells are generally, length of the cell is equal to width, so therefore it appears as square. So this is regarding epithelial tissues. Generally epithelial tissues ekkadunnavi chese first function endante they protect it, they protect the surfaces. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ మనకి సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ థింక్ ఆఫ్ అ కింగ్డమ్లో వార్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు ఉంటారు? సోల్జర్స్ ఉంటారు. చెస్ థింక్ ఆఫ్ అ గేమ్ కాల్డ్ చెస్. In chess also you will see that soldiers will be in the front line. Later you will see behind all the kings, ministers, everyone. First ఈ సోల్జర్స్ చనిపోయినా పర్వాలేదు, మేజర్గా వీళ్ళు ప్రొటెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. ఇంకా కాంట్ బట్ సిట్యుయేషన్స్లో ద కింగ్, క్వీన్, ఎవ్రీ వన్ విల్ ఫైట్, రైట్? So soldiers are frontline protection. In the same way epithelial tissues offers you frontline protection. ముందు ఏం జరిగినా epithelial tissuesకి జరుగుతుంది, తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఉన్న టిష్యూస్ డ్యామేజ్ అవుతాయి. Understood? So epithelial tissue is a protective tissue and it covers the surfaces of the body, and in internal organs it lines the internal organs. ఇప్పుడు say for example stomach ఉందనుకోండి, say like this stomach is there, ఫుడ్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టమక్ని డ్యామేజ్ చేయాలంటే డ్యామేజ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి జరుగుతుంది? బయట నుంచి ఫుడ్ లోపలికి ఇలా వస్తుంది. సో డ్యామేజ్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్, రైట్? If any damage wants to get happen here, so damage may happen from inside. So first ikkada lining evaru unnaru? Epithelial tissues unnai. So epithelial tissue will face that damage first. Okay, so that the front line protection, they offer protection by covering the surfaces of the body and by lining the internal organs. Okay, protection is offered from germs, protection is offered from injury. Ante first ivi injure avutayi, okay, later the other parts of the body will injure. Okay, first they will take the injury, and వీటికి ఇంజ్యూర్ అయినా madam, then how they will be formed again అంటే they can reproduce. Okay, next we'll see other functions. Apart from protection ఇంకేం functions ఉన్నాయంటే, in the salivary glands and gastric glands you will see epithelial cells which have secretory function. Say for example I told you about cuboidal cells. Cuboidal cells ఏం చేస్తాయమ్మా, salivary and gastric glands లో they'll release some enzymes, chemical substances ని రిలీజ్ చేస్తాయి. Say for example salivary glands లో salivary amylase అనే enzyme రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది, which helps in digestion. Gastric glands generally they release enzymes like pepsin for protein digestion. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడున్న ఈ గ్లాండ్స్ అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ ఆర్ అన్ ఆర్గన్ విచ్ రిలీజెస్ స్పెసిఫిక్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్. సో ఈ salivary glands gastric glandsలో ఉండే epithelial cells ఏం చేస్తాయి, they release secrete enzymes. So you can say epithelial tissues are also having secretory enzyme. In small intestine, just I told you about columnar epithelial cells. Villi అని ఉంటాయి. సో villi generally what they will do, they will be absorbing nutrients from the intestine. ఆ న్యూట్రియంట్స్ని బ్లడ్కి పంపిస్తాయి. సో దీస్ epithelial cells present in small intestine, they are having absorptive function. Okay, the epithelial tissue cells like columnar epithelial cells, they will be absorbing nutrients from digested food. And in case of sweat glands like kidney, okay, in case of sweat glands, in case of kidney tubules, etc., excretory function is performed by the cuboidal epithelial cells. What they'll do, they'll remove the waste products from the body by filtration and excretion. Okay, so overall epithelial tissues is having how many functions? They have protective function, they are secretory in function, they are absorptive in function, they are excretory in function. Understood? So simply in epithelial tissues what you need to remember, they are the protective tissues, they cover surfaces, they line internal organs, they are of three types based on shape. Squamous, they are helping in filtration, they appear scale like, they are flat, irregular, hexagonal. Columnar, tall columnar like, length is more than width, nucleus towards the base, generally helpful in absorption, seen in small intestine. Cuboidal, length is equal to width, appears square like, generally seen in salivary glands where secretory function is done, also seen in kidney tubules and sweat glands where excretory function is also done. Right? So there ends the matter. And now we'll also see about a gland. A gland is a group of cells or any organ in the body which is having ability to release some chemical substances or enzymes. ఓకే, హార్మోన్స్ని కానీ ఎంజైమ్స్ని కానీ అలాంటి కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ ఏవైనా రిలీజ్ చేస్తే, అండ్ ఇఫ్ దాట్ కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్స్ ఇస్ హ్యావింగ్ సమ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఫంక్షన్, then such a group of cells or such organ is called as a gland. Say for example, salivary glands ఉన్నాయి. ఇది ఒక ఆర్గన్ అనుకోండి. సో ఇట్స్ థింక్ అబౌట్ అ salivary glands. ఓకే, they are some group of tissues or group of cells which release a chemical substance called saliva. Now in the saliva there are several other chemical substances. ఓకే, ఈ కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్లో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద సబ్స్టెన్స్ ఈజ్ ఎమైలేస్. ఇదేం చేస్తుందంటే స్టార్చ్ని షుగర్స్గా బ్రేక్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇట్ విల్ హెల్ప్ ఇన్ డైజెషన్ ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్. సో an organ or group of cells that can produce a certain substances and chemicals like and chemicals which have some particular function. ఈ కెమికల్కి ఉన్న పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షన్ ఏంటి? డైజెషన్. ఇట్ బ్రేక్స్ స్టార్చ్ ఇంటూ షుగర్స్. సో ఫర్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ or an organ is having the ability to perform a specific function, okay, to release a specific substance which has a specific function, then we call that cells as a gland. Understood? In one more example I'll give you. Say for example, pancreas are there in our body. See, this is your stomach. So here itself you will see the pancreas like this. In the pancreas there are some group of cells like islets of Langerhans. What they will do, they will release an chemical substance called insulin. It will control blood glucose levels. Blood glucose levels ni ide control chestundi, insulin hormone. Now pancreas is not producing insulin, blood glucose levels will not get controlled. Patient will get sugar, diabetes. So if any organ is producing some chemical substance which is performing some specific function in your body, then such organ is called as a gland. So pancreas is a gland. Understood? So this is regarding epithelial tissues. Please watch the following animated video for better understanding of this. Then next we'll go to the muscular tissue video.
Location and function. They may be flat, cuboidal or columnar. These cells are tightly packed and there is no intercellular space. On the basis of the shape of the cells, the epithelial tissue is classified into 4 types: squamous epithelium, ciliated epithelium, columnar epithelium, and cuboidal epithelium. The uppermost layer of the skin, which you see, is built of epithelial tissue. It covers the entire body of the animal and covers the internal organs. This tissue protects the underlying cells from drying, injury, and infection. Location. They are present on the outer surface of the skin and line the internal organs like esophagus, stomach, intestine, heart, etc. Functions. 1. It protects the underlying structures from injury. 2. The cells present in the stomach secrete juices which help in digestion. 3. Some cells help in absorption of digested food. 4. Cells of the skin excrete sweat to remove waste products.